Hello, Capricorn, Cabbage Corn friends. How are you doing? Welcome to reading with me, Cindy. So I had a lot of fun with the reading style I did yesterday with Scorpio and Sagittarius. So I want to bring it into you today. So we're going to do that. We're going to look at your energy, and then we're going to look at energy outside of you. I'm going to start with the my archetype deck. And then I'm going to go into the tarot to pull out more information about you and this other energy outside of you. And then probably go into the Moonology deck to kind of see, well, what's this all about? Where's this going? What's the point? What's the purpose? What's the guidance? So we're going to do that. Yeah, there's going to be an extended at the end of this as well. The link is at the top of the description if you are drawn to it. And I will pull out further information in regards to where energy continues to go and guidance for you. So, Capricorn, let's get started. It feels so funny doing Capricorn on this day. I guess I haven't really deviated that much. You know, I'm only doing like 1 or 2 readings a day right now. And I was always sort of like, it kind of felt like Friday or the weekend, or I'd be doing your readings, but this is a Thursday I'm doing this, so it feels really funny. And then I'll probably be doing Aquarius, which I usually would do on a Monday. So yeah, I feel like it's like really open season on when these are coming out now. But that's good. They're flowing. They're flowing. Okay, Capricorn. Only thing, it drives me crazy. I'm sorry. I have no one to talk to. So I can't ask the dog. I started parting my hair on this side instead of this side. At first I changed, but I don't know. It feels too heavy. It's just bugging me. If you see me like flicking my hair, that's why. I'm just trying to be like sexy. It's driving me a little crazy. I think I'll have to part it on the other side. What do you think? Is it better on the other side? I liked it on this side because I have like this really white streak. It's really white right here. And I thought I should like accentuate that. I should show that little white off. I earned those white hairs. I'm not going to hide them. And every wrinkle I have too, I've earned those. God damn it. Yeah. I'm going to hide those. Why do we want to do that? Why are we so obsessed with that in this culture? Particularly for women. Oh my gosh. All the videos about you have this brown spot. You have this wrinkle. You have this gray hair. You have a little chub. Yeah, screw you. Life isn't so easy, baby. But why pretend? Why pretend? Why not just show who you are? I don't know. Men can get away with getting like a little paunch and gray hair. Why can't we? All right, there. You had some sassy Cindy. Now the reading. Capricorn's energy and energy outside of them. Oh, I forgot to mention too. So this is going to be like your light energy. I'm also going to pull out a card for your shadow. That's what made this interesting yesterday. Oh, baby, you got lover. Great passion and devotion. Unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Nice. That's really nice. So what is outside of you? What is this energy? Oh, the king. Woo. The king. So enlightened, benevolent leadership. Benefiting those in your charge. I haven't watched an episode of The Crown in a couple of days. I was getting kind of tired of it. I mean, you can only binge watch that so long. Really positive. These are great energies. Really good energies. It's kind of funny. I kind of feel like, I don't know. It just feels like a bit like King of Pentacles, but I said this was you. This is your side. So this could be like some other earthy person, but not necessarily. It's just someone in a leadership role, a benevolent leader, leading with their heart, leading by example, benefiting those that are in their charge. So some sort of self-sacrifice usually involved with that. They are enlightened. They're open to possibilities. They see things from a broader perspective. And you have a great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. I wonder what that is. Let's go into the shadow, shall we? What is the shadow side of you and this other energy outside of you? What are the shadow elements of Capricorn and this energy outside of them? Your shadow element is child orphan, Feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Oh, that's interesting. What an interesting combination, no? So this is your light, but then maybe on some level, like you are very alone. Child orphan. I mean, it is a very independent. Feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Maybe you're directing your love in the wrong direction. I don't know. Because it says inappropriate. Well, now, see, this is where the reading gets interesting. Let me do that so I don't get that confused. They're both red, though. You have all this red, like, really passionate energy around you. Okay, so what is the shadow of this individual over here? Child nature. Tendency to abuse animals, people, in the environment? That doesn't sound right, because this person is benevolent. That's really weird. That's really weird. Tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. No, I don't like them. I don't know. No, I don't like that person. I'm not sure what's going on over there. A tendency. Maybe abuse is a strong word, but it's there. I don't want to shy away from it. But it could be... But this person is enlightened, a benevolent leader, benefiting those in their charge. Maybe they specifically are only interested in adults, in corporate. Oh my gosh. It would make sense. I mean, children, but it says people and the environment. Animals, why did I say child? Because child nature. Okay, let's figure this out. Child nature. So it is a depiction of a child like cuddling a bunny. Because I'm not getting the energy of like some psychotic person who's picking up little animals and abusing them or something like that. It doesn't feel like that. The light attribute would be friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. So as a shadow attribute, I want to say that this person is kind of closed off from nature somehow. And perhaps having some sort of a childlike attitude towards innocent, vulnerable. Those that are innocent and vulnerable around them. I would describe animals and the environment as being that. Like it can be abused, it can be picked up in your hands, and you can do whatever you want with it, really, depending on the animal. Wow, we really have to get into the tarot. And like, oh my gosh, but you are the child orphan and they are the child nature. Is this person neglecting you? Feeling you have child orphan as your shadow. And yours is feelings of abandonment to stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. And then this person has child nature and they have a tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. What is going on, Capricorn? The bottom you have priest. So let's look at the light and the shadow of this. So light facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. The shadow attribute violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So again, the priest is coming off as like an energy of, okay, an energy of a leader in a community. Is there a leader in your community that is abusive? I kind of feel like that, or might be. Be careful. Because you have a great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. Maybe you really like somebody who's kind of a leader in your community, but this person has a tendency to be abusive. At least that's what the cards are telling me. I mean, I don't want to label anyone so harshly. And maybe they, because this is at the bottom, so again, it looks like some sort of a leader. And they could facilitate spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. But the shadow violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. This person is really seduced by their own power. Oh my gosh, I don't know where. Okay, let's pull out specifically a child orphan here. You know, this could be something from your past even. Gosh. If it's something, I mean, I'm just pulling cards right now for the energy right now. Messages come in for people at different times. If it's something from your past, if you were involved with someone in your community in the past who was a leader, had a leadership role. Someone could be in the church community, could be like a king, someone like a boss, an older figure in your life. Yeah. You were vulnerable, or you are vulnerable. Just be really careful, guys. Because maybe you're vulnerable. And there's, yeah, oh man. Okay. I'm going to pull out 3 cards for your child orphan. No, let me just do one. Let me start with one. I'm going to start with 1 for child orphan and 1 for lover. You have the 8 of Wands for child orphan. And that's your shadow. Feelings of abandonment to stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. For lover, you have the Justice card. Balance. You're looking for balance. You're looking for balance. I'm not going to say anything. This is one of those readings where I feel like I need to pull out the cards and really look at everything as a whole. Because it does feel very strongly like to me, there's someone in your community that you're perhaps gravitated towards. I don't know if this is something from your past and you need to hear a message now. Like maybe you could be going towards another life lesson like this and just remember what you learned the last time. Or this could be something that you're dealing with right now. And this person has a tendency to abuse. Okay, so for the king, they have the Death card. And for child nature, they have the 8 of Pentacles. The Devil is at the bottom. I really feel like this is some sort of spiritual leader in your community. Well, I say spiritual leader, like that could come out in so many ways here. This could be someone who serves as a leader in something like, you know, like I mean, it could be a church. It could be something sort of like volunteer, like Cubs or Scouts or, oh my gosh. Because with this Death card, I feel like they go in and out of cycles with this leadership on some level. So like something starts and then something ends. So I'm trying to think to myself, well, what would be like that? So maybe it's something sort of seasonal, or it could be too, like I'm thinking like church. This feels like a really specific message. Almost like a private reading for somebody. And, you know, a message like this is pretty important, so somebody needs to hear it. This person, their leadership has something to do with starting and closing off cycles. So it starts and it ends. It starts and it ends. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what sort of would go through cycles like that? And that's kind of why, like, Cubs or Scouts, like, you would do that for a period of time, or maybe, oh my gosh, like a soccer team or a hockey team, or, you know, you do that for a season and then you're out. Like, starts and begins, finishes, and enlightened, benevolent. Within this role, this person is healthy because they're coming up as benevolent and they benefit those in charge. This person could even be in some sort of a role where they hire and fire people with the Death card. But then, so over here, the Eight of Pentacles, and this tells me, like, it's their work. It's their work. And they have a tendency to abuse animals, people, in the environment. I think, okay, part of me is saying too, because this is the way the cards, this person is not looking here. I don't know. Maybe they have a tendency. Abuse is a pretty hard word. It is there, but let's expand beyond that. It could be like more like neglect. So maybe this person has a tendency to just focus on their work and they neglect everyone else. They focus on their work and they neglect everyone else. That's a possibility. I don't want to paint a pretty picture where one shouldn't be painted, but there is flexibility in this because it's a general reading. So because their back is turned on everything else, and this person is showing up as very benevolent and really benefiting those that, like, they're in charge of. So they have to be like a boss of some sort or a leader on some level. And they either have something to do with where they utilize this is in some element where it's a cycle that comes in and it comes out. It's a soccer season, they're there, they do that, they're the coach, and then they're out. And two, with churches, I just think of, like, you have sort of like you have your days of service and people go in and then the congregation leaves. So, and we do have priests and the devils. This is really some interesting energy. Now, and again with death, okay, it could just be this person works they work somewhere and they have something to do with hiring and firing people. For some of you, this person could be abusive. They could be abusive outside of work, or they neglect everything else in their life except work. So you have child orphan, feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. See, I feel like you have a vulnerability somehow involved with this person. And you've got the Eight of Wands, like almost like you want to move quickly to this person. Or you want to communicate. Swiftness. Moving too quickly here. Okay, let's just say that. Moving too quickly. Definitely moving too quickly. Wanting to move too quickly? And then because you have a great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. And the Justice card. Like, you're looking for balance. You're looking for balance. I don't know that there's balance over here. I'm not sure why this person is showing up. Or maybe if you go work for this person, this is what it's going to be like. I don't know. Like, you're going to be down in the dungeon shoveling coal into a hot fire, like, day in and day out. There's definitely something toxic behind the scenes here. And it's kind of, there's two ways. Like, you can look at this picture just as there's a light attribute and a shadow attribute. And you can look at this picture and say it kind of feels like he's protecting this person. There's someone in his flock and he's protecting them. And then on another level, it kind of feels like he's sort of overimposing his, you know, he's a little too close to her. He's kind of like coming up over her. Before I clarify the tarot, I want to pull out some Moonology cards on, like, what's this all about? Like, why are you, is this, because, are you drawn to this person because you are, perhaps, you don't have a lot of other people in your life? Or you're going through some sort of feeling of abandonment somewhere else? Now, you know, sometimes the tarot, oracle cards too. The one thing I've learned with oracle cards, and you know, even tarot cards, sometimes they can exaggerate energy. It's absolutely true. And sometimes they can also, like, minimize what energy should actually be. So I don't want you to feel like someone, you know, if you have red flags, I would pay attention to them. If you think there's some sort of red flags here, if you've seen some other side of a person, you know, I would say a great way to go out to dinner with someone and see how they treat the waitstaff. If they treat them like shit, the person's an asshole. They are. Like, if they can't appreciate the person who comes by to pick up the garbage at their house, they don't have the decency to think, you know, that person's probably hot and thirsty, let me make them a fresh lemonade. Just because somebody doesn't do something that's seen as socially amazing doesn't mean that that person doesn't have value. Every single person does. So I don't know if this person puts on some sort of a show when they're at work, but outside of work, they're just a real asshole. But maybe they're not. Maybe they just, and it could be a cycle. Maybe it's just so severely focused in work that they would neglect everything else right now. They can't put any energy into anything except what they're doing at work. And that is completely possible. As a reader, I have learned that over time, that both oracle and tarot cards can exaggerate energy and they can over minimize it. Because, like, particularly with oracle cards, like, you can see them. I mean, they straight out tell you words, and I want to say, well, maybe it's not abuse, but the word is there. But maybe it's neglect. So you got to take this with a grain of salt. And like I'm saying, if you're seeing some red flags here about somebody, don't totally discount them, but also don't put yourself in a position where you're alone with them. See if you can try to figure out what this person is like outside of work. See if you can see if, you know, if you go with, maybe not just with them, out to dinner or lunch or whatever, how do they treat the other people? Do they treat, even where they work too? Are there like cleaning staff? Are there secretaries? Do they, or, you know, are there CEOs? Do they treat everyone like with some sort of respect here? Do they make off-color jokes about children or animals, like that are disrespectful? Or I don't know. This is really a different kind of reading, Capricorn. I didn't expect this, but hey, we have to go where the cards and spirit are taking it. So let's see. Okay, yeah. What do we got here? Wow. Well, you have really powerful cards that have come out. Well, like, yeah. So, okay, you have expect powerful change. It's a new moon eclipse. Excuse me. And then you have a new start is coming, and that's a new moon. So this is an eclipse. Powerful power. Is there an eclipse coming up? I mean, it doesn't really matter because this is a timely reading. Like, people could be watching it at any time. But it's just making me think about a couple of days ago, I was pulling out the cards from my Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck. And the elk has he's harnessing the energy of the eclipse. And with this coming out, I don't know, like, it's bringing that into my head. Maybe that has something to do with the cycle for you. But there's definitely, like, powerful change here. And it could just be powerful change, perhaps. How I read these yesterday was the card that, and it's funny you got 3. because it happened, I think, for Scorpio. And the expect powerful change, I would put that over on your side here. There's some sort of powerful change coming in for you. If you do have some sort of feelings of abandonment, or something's coming in for you, you don't need to rush towards anything or do anything here. I think that's real clear. Because this shadow attribute, obviously, is not a healthy thing for you. We all have shadow attributes all the time in our lives that we're all working through. And this, like, swift movement, swift communication, just, you don't need to do anything. Like, okay, so just take that as advice for yourself. You don't need to do anything. Let cards fall on the table where they will. And even, you know, don't even set yourself up. Whatever this person is or whoever this is, don't even set yourself up with them to try to figure out how they treat other people like outside of work. Just let the universe deal with stuff. If something really needs to be shown to you, it will be shown to you. But, you know, eyes wide open, not wide shut, wide open. A new start is coming, sits in the middle. And on this side, what do you need to release? I feel like it's kind of what this person is dealing with over here. And maybe it is too much work. I mean, they have the king, so it's an element of leadership. And then they have the Eight of Pentacles. And I feel like because of the way the Eight of Pentacles is sitting here, it's looking this way, his back is turned to everything else. So it may not be abusive. If maybe you want to start a relationship with this person and they're putting you off or something like that is occurring, it could just be that this person is not going in that direction right now because they can't put any energy towards you or really towards anything else. There's something else that they have to work on here, and they have no choice. I would hate to think that they're neglecting animals, and because they can't be really neglected as long as someone else is looking after them, I guess. No, but they need to release something. So I don't know what they need to release. What's at the bottom? Have faith in your dreams. Yeah, the universe is looking after stuff here. I did not see this coming, Capricorn. This is something else. This is really interesting. Let's get clarification. The first thing I'm going to is this child nature in the Eight of Pentacles. I want to give anybody the benefit of the doubt. That they're working so hard that they're just kind of neglecting other aspects of their life right now. But maybe they are an asshole. You know what? You watch them. If they're abusing animals, you get it on video and you send it to the police and children or anybody else. The Star, the Queen of Cups, and the Three of Cups. I don't think this person is a bad person. I don't think it's a bad person. Again, tarot and oracle cards can make things seem bigger than they are. And I've learned that doing private readings for people where the message is sort of there, but sometimes it just comes in a huge package. Like, oh, it's not really that big. These cards, the clarifiers, are telling me that this is not a bad person. This is like a real, I want to say, like a salt of the earth kind of person with the Star and the Queen of Cups and the Three of Cups. They're really, there's a lot of healing. This person too could be working on a lot of healing. That could be it. I mean, it might not even be like work. It could be the work they're doing on themselves. They're working so hard on healing themselves here, on healing themselves, healing their heart, and being able to come out with something to offer. I feel like they don't have anything to offer right now. So that's, yeah, they would possibly like to be able to offer something down the road. But this person is focusing on healing their heart, healing the momentum that sits behind their heart to move forward, and having something to offer. It just feels like they don't have anything to offer right now. So what are they doing here? They're firing people. They're hiring and firing with this Death card. So the King and the Death card. What is this King and the Death card? I think they are. The Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. Holy crap. This person is not in their soft and cuddly space right now, that's for sure. Yeah, what is going on? I don't know. But they are not in their soft and cuddly space, that's for sure. There's something going on. Maybe there's something going on at their work. This is like a professional. We have a lot of like weapons here. We have the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and of course the Grim Reaper with this Grim Reaper with the sickle. Like a lot of cutting devices, cutting things out. This person could even be a doctor or a surgeon. And maybe like they need to focus on that. They need to focus on their work because people could die. If I don't do this, people could die. So I can't be in my soft and cuddly space with you right now. I need to focus on this. This is really like cut and dry business. That's it. Okay, now you. But you are. Like, you do seem like all soft and cuddly, so it's probably not a good combination. At least energetically right now. I mean, there's something good. This person has got really good energy, but it is hidden. It is hidden, it is packed away. And you? What are you doing with your child orphan in the Eight of Wands? Looking for a new home. The Magician. You are. Oh my gosh. Look at, you have the child orphan and the Eight of Wands. And I said, what are you doing with that? I'm looking for a new home. And then the Magician came out. I don't know. What are inappropriate surrogate families? Like, what are you seeking out here? What's inappropriate about these surrogate families? You don't know anything about them. You should run away. Oh, shit. The Fool, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. You just run away. If something is sending you red flags, you go the other way, man. Go the other way. Don't seek anything out. I think that's really important for you right now. Don't seek anything out. 2, if you were seeking something out because of a feeling of loss, I mean, just trying to think of a child orphan, it really sets you up. I mean, always think about those movies where the little orphan is, you know, wandering through the streets, or some child is left home and they're in the streets. They always run into the worst person, right? You just stay put. Well, you do other things, but this is really interesting reading, I just have to say. Capricorn, you do not fail to surprise. Okay, so then you have Lover and Justice. This is your light attribute. Like, you were looking for balance. You were looking for balance and love and happiness and appreciation and devotion. Well, you're certainly not going to get that over here. So don't go there. At least not right now. I don't know if that will change. I don't know. But I wouldn't go there. So the Lover and Justice card. The Lover and Justice. Look at you. You got the Knight of Cups and the Six of Swords. You see where the universe takes me. Who am I going to meet today? It kind of feels like that. But don't do it in this sort of like, with this feeling of, this underscore of lack. But I say lack because of like abandonment. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. You just, well, we've already been told. You just get the heck out of there and don't go back. So I'm going to look at these 2 underlines. I've never been so pulled into a reading. Okay. The Priest and the Devil. The Priest and the Devil? Oh my gosh. The Tower card and the Four of Cups. I don't know. This Priest is giving me the creeps, to be honest. Really creeping me out. Like with the Devil, he's way too close to her. I don't know. Oh my God. Okay, the Tower and the Four Cups. I kind of feel like this person would try to make a move on you when you're vulnerable. Because look at this. She's like, this person looks sort of vulnerable, like looking down at the cups. And oh, hi. This is coming from behind this cup, right? And you could say that it is like the Four of Cups, something sort of divinely gifted, divinely given, divinely offered. Oh, sure, it comes in this package of the priest, but underneath it all, this person is not healthy. Something's not right here. And it's a tower, like it's a shock. You all just take caution, huh? You all just take caution here. Let's look at these. Expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Look at this. You got the Three of Wands. I love that for expect, because that's what the Three of Wands is. Expect your ships to come in. The Ten of Pentacles. You're going to have like really good stuff. You don't need to do shit right now. You know, you just stay in your cuddly little, I love everything. Everything is good. It's all good. Just stay in that like warm, fuzzy space. You don't go messing with this priesty, devilly guy. Because good things, good big things are coming. Like that's a powerful card. It's probably one of the most powerful cards in this deck. The new moon eclipse. And then you get a new start is coming. So right from that, then you go into a new moon. And it's almost like, wow, look at these two cards. It's like all this magical color energy that has been like generated by this eclipse now explodes into the energy all around it. You just have the new moon, but all this color exists outside of it. A new start is coming. Oh, fast. It will be fast. The Knight of Swords. It will be fast. And what do you need to release? I think it's this person over here. What do they need to release? I don't know. Any little animals that they're holding too tight. That's for sure. What do they need to release? What do they need to release? What is this? Oh God, they need to release a lot of shit. I don't know. Indecision, movement. Oh, confusion, strife. Indecision, God, wanting to move and communicate. Oh, yeah, sidestepping it a bit, wanting to go, going in sideways. Maybe don't go sideways. I'm so conflicted about this, but wanting like emotional fulfillment. I'm just going to have to start really easy. Because I don't know what's going on with this person, but there's something going on. It's giving me a headache, actually. So, too much. You just do your thing, Capricorn. But yeah, just take caution. Take caution here. For some of you, I think it's just be aware that someone is not available. And for others of you, just check out any red flags on this person. Like, pay attention. So I'm going to move this. I have nothing left to say after that. I'm trying to watch my words, and I'm not really good at that. With this Aries Gemini, I think just comes out. It just comes out. And I'm trying not to say anything without putting a lot of thought. I'm trying to be mindful. I'm trying to be mindful in this reading. This person, I feel like, is hiring and fire, but they're slashing budgets. I don't know what they're doing with all these knives. And the death card and the sickle and... I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go do the extended Capricorn and see what the hell comes out over there. So anyways, thank you. That was really interesting. Until next time, absolutely be gentle with yourselves. Okay, bye.